I'm not gonna lose. This is what I came here to do. I walk that wire and I take that step. Won't look down, got no regrets. Won't look down, got no regrets. I was made for this.
Welcome, everyone, to Common Sense with Chief Culp. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget, MinutemenCoffee.com is a sponsor of my show. Thank you to MinutemenCoffee.com. And right now, they've got a special going on with all of the net proceeds from the 9/11 roast going to support the National Firefighters Association. So get over to MinutemenCoffee.com and help support our first responders. So on today's show, I'm going to have a big announcement. Well, a couple probably. And I've also got a video to show you. I'll get to that in just a minute. So some people are telling me that our government is a complete disaster right now. And I disagree with that statement slightly. The current people leading our government are a complete disaster. I think we can all agree with that. We've got a great governmental system. You know, it's outlined in the Constitution, but it hasn't been followed for decades. It hasn't been enforced because we don't have enough people in office that understand the importance of the Constitution, the importance of the rule book for our government. So Washington, D.C. has been turned into a huge money-making operation run just like the mob is run. Olympia, likewise, it's a cesspool, and it has been for a long time. Backroom deals with lobbyists. It's, it's a daily routine. If you have enough money, you can pretty much get anything that you want. But if you're the average citizen, you don't really matter. According to our elites, our young people are cannon fodder for the military-industrial complex and warmongering politicians. We're just a number that needs to shut up, pay our taxes, and do as we're told. We're just human infrastructure. Remember last week I told you about the IRS. It's going to require all banks to report your banking activity if you have over $600. I've seen a little bit of this coverage on some news stations, but if you missed it, go back and watch the recording. That's a violation of the Fourth Amendment. We need a huge return to smaller, less intrusive government like our founders and the people that risked their life to birth this nation, right? What they intended. The founders of this nation, the founders of Washington State. We're not supposed to have a government ruling over us and touching every aspect of our lives like we currently have. We were set up as a free country and a free state with individual freedom and liberty being the cornerstone. So it's not so much that way anymore, right? But remember in the Declaration of Independence, where it says that, and I quote, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed," unquote. Unalienable rights. Now, the definition of unalienable is impossible to take from you or to give up, and they're not transferable to another person. They are ours, and they are ours at birth. It says that they are endowed by our Creator, given to us by God. Securing these rights is the role of the government that we, the people, created. Our rights are being trampled. If that isn't glaringly obvious to anyone, then they aren't paying attention, right? We have a governor and a president mandating what people will put into their bodies. If you don't, you'll be fired. What's next? You won't eat? Some places that are doing that now. Many of these people that are affected by these mandates are first responders, firefighters, state troopers, teachers, and people in the medical profession. Most of these people have been in the front lines for the last year and a half or more. Now, apparently, they're expendable. Take the jab or hit the pavement. That's the word from the idiot in the governor's office. We were told that there would be religious exemptions available. According to a report put out today by Jason Rantz on 770 KTTH, all religious accommodation requests have been rejected by the Washington State Patrol for all employees. These are people that have religious exemptions, that just want to be in charge of their own bodies. It applies to both commissioned and civil service employees at the State Patrol. Firefighters, nurses, and teachers are facing the same thing. This is not freedom. This is not liberty. This is tyranny. We need to support our first responders, our nurses, teachers, and other government employees, along with private businesses. That's why. And here's my announcement. I'm going to be in Olympia on October 3rd, and I'm asking you, no matter where you live, to join me. We have to stand up to this and let our voice be heard. And on October 3rd, from 1 to 4 p.m., there's going to be a rally to show our support for our first responders, teachers, nurses, and everyone else. This rally is going to be huge, and I will be speaking from the Capitol steps. I need everyone to join me. So everybody mark your calendars and come on over to Olympia on October 3rd and stand with our first responders, medical professionals, and teachers against this tyranny. Our silence is our consent, right? We cannot be silent. We need to be loud. Get with people in your area and let's get convoys from all over the state traveling to Olympia and join in this protest and stand up for our first responders. Law enforcement, firefighters, nurses, and teachers will be there protesting, and we need to be there to show our support and show our disdain for this stain. Our public servants in office want to play chicken with our rights. Fall in line or get fired. That's great. Let's show them with a loud voice that we're not flinching. Join me in Olympia on October 3rd. Here's the promo for that event. Okay, there you have it. October 3rd, 1 to 4 p.m. Let me mute that. Mark your calendar and join me. If you won't stand up now, when will you? Right? We have to stand up against these tyrants. So join me and let's stand up for America. October 3rd, 1 to 4. We'll see you there. Their website is hazardousliberty.com. So check out their website, hazardousliberty.com. Now, tomorrow night, I will be speaking at the Bluegrass Festival in George, Washington. George, Washington. I will be there 5:45, I believe. It's at the Community Hall in George, Washington, Bluegrass Festival. And I'll also be coming back for the same event Saturday night. So it's a 2-night event, bluegrass music, and I'll be speaking for a few minutes. So I hope to see you guys there Friday and Saturday night in George, Washington. And we'll have a booth there, and I'll be speaking both nights, 5:45. So come on out and enjoy some great music. I'd love to see you guys. And that's about it that I have for tonight. Good night, everyone. And remember this. You own you, not the government. Good night, everybody.